Hello and welcome back to Skull and Bones. Right, today we're going to have a little look at the Helm, just trying to tie it into the first couple of videos. I mean, the first one we had a little rundown of, it was like a rough guide, not a rough guide, not a guide at all, but roughly what I did, just like touching on the edges really. So I thought we'd look into that a bit better now, because I've had a few questions. I've had one couple in chat and in game, in groups, about pieces of 8. Getting pieces of 8, and I think that's the thing that people are struggling with most. Now, people are kind of a trickle everywhere at the moment, and we've got a few places to go now, a few places to go to get it, like for 250 here, 500s. Of course, we're buying the bounty board, so we're going to have a look at there quickly, because that's now been introduced. You've now got a daily bonus on all of your bosses. So if you've only been doing the Flames of the Dragon, the first time you do it, you get 300. Silent Death, you get 500 for the first time you do it. Fangs of the Pharaoh, you've got a good chance of getting, I can't remember what it's called now, Sinew String, Jaws of Retribution. You can get 250 from that, and it's not all of it either, because we're at the wrong port really. We should have been at the other one, Telepanjara, but we can have a look. So if we go to Captain Arpak, for instance, he also has pieces of 8 in his hold. So yeah, these and this guy, if you go for this guy, Rhapsody of the Deep is rather good, because he's torpedo mad, this guy. And he used to be in here, which I actually preferred. It was a nightmare though, because you used to get aggro trying to dock, but you could use the mountains, you could use the islands against his torpedoes. We have a video on him very early back in season 1. Well, I think I actually get my arse kicked in there as well, but yeah, he's now out in the open sea, which is interesting to say, with all the big waves and his torpedoes. Yeah, that matches very well, but it's still fun. I did that the other day with, we got loads of Helm ships in there as well for some reason. Right, another way of getting easy pieces of 8, and this is, you've got to keep an eye on this. So let's come out just so we can follow where it is that you get to it, because it's sitting right there. Challenges. Oh, also check out rewards, because they do keep adding stuff in here that I've got. Get it? Let's take that. Alright, that's been added to the mailbox. Why did that just pop me out again? Because I keep hitting the wrong button. It's that one I want. There's this one here. Now this one you got to buy it with your coins. I don't know if we've I seem to remember talking about these before. But we're going to collect them anyway. I think this one's new. Let's collect that. Alright, and then we get back onto our pieces of 8. Right, so let's come out of there. Back to challenges. Yeah. So, alright, we get some raw material there, some cobalt. Here we go. And these are for the community challenges. So it's not; these aren't things that you've necessarily done. This is what everyone's done. So hit weak points on private community. We'll take those 500. Thank you very much. We'll take that. That's travelling food. More, there we go, another community one, 500 pieces of 8 again. Repair kits, more travelling food, some water barrels, good for the races, and that I think is me up to date. Right, also I want to give out a quick shout out, because on Wednesday I was very fortunate enough to come across some players that were very complimentary to me. Not just me actually, they were very complimentary to myself and Dreadlock Gaming. In chat, I was freaked me out a little bit, I've got to tell you, because I'm just not used to it. It's only the second time it's ever happened to me really, in terms of being called out in chat, positively anyway. And the first time was like 9-10 years ago in World of Tanks, which didn't go particularly well. It was a disaster. Looking back, it was funny, but yeah, back then it was, I couldn't believe it. It was just, everything went wrong very quickly. Anyway, but so yeah, on Wednesday we bumped into. Now I would mention, I remember one of the names. I can't remember the other one. By the time I scroll back through chat, because I was going to take a screenshot so that I could do the shout out. The chat doesn't go that far. It just, so I've mucked up there. I was taken aback anyway. It's just, I don't know how to put it into words, to be honest. It's very, very positive. It's very, but it's also. I'm quite shy, you know, and I did get a massive attack of being shy. So very short answers. But then again, you know, my typing takes me forever to write anything anyway. And then I got invited into a group, and I kind of escaped into that, and then gave them my full attention for, I think we had something like 40 minutes before dinner. So, and we just knocked out some bosses, and just pretty much went around shooting anything that moved, really. Oh, we done a takeover as well. Well, I didn't. He did. He done a takeover, and I went on defence. But yeah, I think that was fine. And then before in chat, obviously with the kind comments, and obviously too, he was very complimentary to Dreadlock as well. So I can't not mention it. If I'm going to mention it for me, I can't not mention it, because it was directed at the pair of us, not just one of us, you know. And I happen to agree, yeah, with what he said with Dreadlock as well. I do get notifications when he pokes. I haven't watched his battle. His battle junk yet. I'm going to watch that hopefully today, maybe, if I remember, because I've done mine now, so I can watch it. Because I think he done it like a week ago, didn't he? And I just it's been sitting there waiting, but I just haven't been able to do it. But I can now, so I can see how he went about his, and he has some very interesting builds as well. So yeah, worth a look. I don't know what the etiquette is about calling out other tubers, but you know, I can't, if I mention it, and the fact that he was mentioned in it, I can't have to, right? So is that like a loop? Can I get through the loop I want? I don't know. Anyway, if I get into trouble, I'm getting into trouble. I don't know how it works. Twitch is so much more freer. You've noticed whenever you watch Twitch, the Twitchers are always in each other's streams and helping each other out. YouTube, not so much. It's not so much. It's a bit more guarded. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. It's a different format, isn't it? But Twitch is live, and this can be live though. YouTube now, can't it? But obviously I don't go live because my computer would well, she would probably fall over. That's what she would do. She struggles at the best of times. But anyway. Yeah, so that's a quick shout out for that, and then we'll get on to the rest of the videos. Right, we've come over to the Helm table. It's going to be a little bit easier to sort out. So first, when we started the game, like I said, I went to Unita, bought the bits that I needed with the pieces of 8, because I didn't want to get to the end and forgot that I couldn't buy those, so I needed, well, I didn't need them, but I wanted the armours, so I bought 2 of them, and I think Crouching Tiger and a couple of other bits. Then I had 7 leases to start with. I spent 6 of them in these zones here. So I bought these 2 and these, and that was my first. And obviously I put these straight up to 10, and that one to 5. And then I went back to the Helm table, the upgrade table, and upgraded the irrelevant parts. Now I upgraded obviously the first one to level book number 1, like I said in the video, so that I could unlock those 10. And then slowly, as I've gone through, I've started to unlock more. I actually need to do some more on that, because I think I'm at my cap again. And in order to get some more, I need to, I think, unlock, or did I do that yesterday? And then we went for the Sea People, because that was one of the holding clans on where we are, and Royal Campania. I maxed these 2 books out, and then I funded them. If we go back to, and the reason you do that is because, well, we just seen it. This one, we haven't seen it yet. We're going to see it. This used to be about 30,000 to fund last season. It's 4.2 now. Its highest, that's 3.6. So that's 3,600 silver. I'll take it. That's very cheap. We didn't start the season very well with. I mean, we had a lot more silver. I think we had 4 mil thereabouts last season at the beginning, and we only started this season with 2, and I think we're gaining. I think we're actually making money. And there's a few things that I've been trying to do to find out. Obviously, once I'd got these, and then I pretty much just started unlocking stuff as I go. Once I unlocked this one though, I funded it purely, I don't know why I actually funded it. I didn't need to, but I did want it just to help also feed into these 2, to help them with some of their bonuses. And in this section, I pretty much, only reason I got it was for the auto profit, which we're going to collect. And this section, I've done this section because this one gives you 150 silver bonus every hour, and I wanted to see how that worked, so that's the reason I unlocked that zone. So I took some Helm leases once I got them over to that, but that was like I after the video that I put out, so this is fairly recent. But I think we'd only just unlocked this when I put the video out, which is why I kind of waited. I wanted to see that, and then we could do it on the video to see how that worked, and that worked out quite well. So not really doing massively great, but like I say, I'm not knocking myself out this season. What I found at the end of each season, as long as you've got a nice couple of leases to start, you get yourself started, and it turns out 6 is plenty. Well, it has been for this season. Next season could change, because there have been subtle changes, obviously, like with the auto collect and being able to make silver now. Okay, one last thing before we go, and the reason I'm going to be showing this, because this is going to be relevant for a couple of videos that will be coming up. We're going to be delving back for a little bit to some of the Season 1 builds and seeing how they fare, especially with some of the changes as well. And the reason we're doing that is because in Season 2 it wasn't available, or a lot of the stuff wasn't available. In Season 3 it is. Now, one of the pieces is readily available. You just got to save up and buy it and then make it. The second piece is a drop, and I don't know that it's a very frequent drop, but it is possible to get it. But together they are awesome, but even on their own they are still very good. One bit of equipment, the furniture for instance, you put it on a certain ship, it works very well. The armour is pretty much all round good. It's not great for all of the fights, but it is quite good for plunders and things like that. It gives you a little bit of a breathing space, not much, but it can save you. And we're going to have a look what that is. Now, I did hint to this in the very last of the sneak peek videos, the races, and I specifically said armour as well. Go and check it out, the armour, and the reason is because look, we can make Black Princes now. I wanted to show you, but I remember being very happy when I found it, and I kind of wanted to leave that to you. Now, I may well have just ruined that for you, but I did hint to it, and it's been a couple of weeks, so I figured it'd be long enough for me to actually now, if you haven't found it, pointing it out, because it's there, and you've had 2 weeks of not being able to, not having it, especially Season 2 and Season 3 players. This is another huge benefit for this season, because Season 2 you didn't have it, it was gone pretty much. I think there was a couple of drops you could get it, but other than that it was gone. So yeah, so I can really see us looking in, well, we are going to be, what's this? Well, custodian. Yeah, I bet that's not cheap neither. The fact that that's come out now, you probably need some of these pieces as well. I've got loads of these. I think I got one this morning, just before I started doing this, when we were doing a convoy. So yeah, I won't be getting any. I think I got like 20 plus of those anyway. So you might as well just give us that for free, devs, really, because you pretty much do that anyway. But this one, yeah, this is big. So we were. I think we're going to be looking in. Well, we're going to be trying out some of the Season 1 builds, because Black Prince is awesome for single player, especially if you can get the rigging station. Such a it opens up more ports for you to go and try out. It gives you a better chance of doing them, even though it's had some nerfs, and we're going to take it out and still give it a go and see how it works. I took one out yesterday, used it in a defence when I would normally use what would I normally use? It's not in here, is it? Phoenix. Oh, because that's gone. It's not. There's something oath, you know, the one that does the when you kill them you get 30 seconds of, I can't remember what it's called, something, oh no, anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't even think it's available this season. I haven't seen it yet, and if I do I'll point it out, because that's also a nice armour to have, especially for defences, even though just recently I used the Black Prince and it actually saved me. It saved me, because I wasn't paying attention to my health. And that gave me enough time to wake up and hit the repair button. So yeah, so guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you